Thank you so much for joining. Let me know how the levels are. I have a little bit of some of my background music playing there as we arrive. Hello, Sheila. Thank you so much for joining. Today I'm trying something very new and very vulnerable, which is I'm going to share with you one of my many songwriting processes. So, yeah, let me know if the music in the background is too loud, and if it is, I can turn it down. But I'm really excited to share this, and my songwriting process isn't like always super linear, but I do love working with certain tools that help me just get the flow happening. And sometimes I start with melody, sometimes I start with the lyrics, but quite often, more often than not, it's this kind of ebb and flow between the two. So I'm just gonna land and get right to it. All right, so here we go. First, I am going to pull out my deck. I don't always work with the deck, but it's a really great little prompt situation. And today I'm going to be working with the Sacred Rebel Oracle deck. I'm not sponsored, but the artwork in it is amazing, and the kind of the little tools in it are beautiful as well. By Autumn Sky is the artist, and then the writer is Alana Fairchild. So I'm just going to take a thing and set an intention, and we're going to see where it takes us. So usually when I'm pulling a card for writing, I just like to give the intention that let the card that comes through be a card that has an important message for me, for the collective, and let it be a song that really wants to exist in the world right now. So what song wants to exist through me, and let that be made clear with the card that I pull. All right. Let's see how this unfurls. I'm going to turn on a little bit of this background music. Let me know if the levels are nice as I'm just doing this. A card that'll give inspiration for a song that would serve me, the collective, and everyone who's here with me today. We almost had a jumper. Thank you, Sheila. Can always count on you. Oh, we have a jumper. Whoa, interesting. Okay, this is my jumper. I don't know if I'm allowed to show titties on here, but this is the card, so I'm going to cover up the titties. It's beautiful artwork. And it says, it's number 12. I do like to write the number just to see where I am. Every journey starts with a single step. Okay, so let's see how this unfurls. And I only usually pull out the description if I'm feeling a little stuck, but I'm just gonna start with the writing. Every journey starts with a step. So usually what I do is I just start by describing either how the card makes me feel or the visual things that I see in the card. So if you feel called to work with this image as well, or a tarot card that you have of your own, you can explore. But yeah, so the title of this is Every Journey starts with a single step. So when I'm listening to this, I'm actually kind of feeling this energy. So this person has a suitcase filled with butterflies. So I love the butterflies. I might just describe the butterflies here. Butterflies bursting from my suitcase. So she's vulnerable because she's naked. Vulnerable. And so I usually do a stream of consciousness writing for maybe about 5 to 10 minutes just to see what comes through. vulnerable, naked. But she's not scared, she seems fearless. Yeah, there's like butterflies in her hair too. Butterflies in my hair. Let's see. Cosmic waves. Cosmic waves. And then if I have this idea of like every journey starts with a single step, something I like to usually ask myself is like, who am I talking to? So maybe it's a past version of myself. So maybe I'm feeling, I mean, this is kind of my first step in sharing my songwriting process with you guys. So I'm gonna maybe tap into how I'm feeling. I'm feeling, you know, maybe there's like a fluttering, like a fluttering, elevated, soft, gentle. Not sure where I'm going. Spirals. I'm gonna read the intention for this one because I feel like that might help me get grounded in the message of it. So, number 12. Every journey starts with a single step. You are on a journey. Yes, it is an intentional journey, but there's also a physical expression of this journey that is going to become increasingly important to the fulfillment of your destiny in this lifetime. Your journey has started on the inside, but its destination will be the physical expression of an internal healing. This journey will draw upon what you have learned and mastered over the course of your life, so much so that you may feel as though your life experiences have prepared you just for this particular adventure. You have all that you need within you. This is not a time to worry about what you're going to take with you. From within your heart, you will sense what needs to come along for the ride and what is best left behind you now. You may be surprised at exactly how much can be left behind without you feeling concerned or anxious. You will be able to travel far lighter than you ever imagined possible. To be best equipped for this journey, you will need a lightness of heart and the realization that change can be an incredible blessing, even if what you are leaving behind is something you found secure, safe, and familiar or comforting. Just as the butterfly leaves the chrysalis behind when it's time to spread its newly formed wings, so too are you ready to leave behind what was and embrace what is more appropriate for you at this time. There is an element to the journey you are embarking on that is unknown. Perhaps it is news to you that you are even taking a journey. However, the realization that traveling along a familiar path brings no guarantees is more likely. This open, unscripted quality to your journey will help you gain the most from your experiences. Okay. I'm going to play with this for 5 minutes and then turn on the music and we'll see what comes forward. I see waves. Feel free to let me know what you see in it too. You guys can be part of it. How this makes you feel. How does this image actually make you feel? To me, it feels hopeful. There's like a bursting. I see a lot of bursting. Freedom. Yeah. Softness, gentleness. I see melancholy or wistfulness. That's really interesting. There is something. Butterflies represent transformation to me. It does feel like she's at this point in her life where she's like at a hinge almost. Not a hinge, but like this crossroad. Something that came through for me was not sure where I'm going. I always felt so sure, because there's this idea that like I've always been kind of knowing exactly the plan, and recently there's been so much that has come up that's been more beautiful than I've ever imagined. There's like a surrender to like this vulnerability, because I'm more exposed than ever. So not sure where I'm going. I've always felt so sure. Yeah. But yeah, there is this melancholy as like this part of you is being, like as you metamorphosize, it's like, okay, who am I as I'm going through these big changes in my life? And it can be very scary. But there's also like a trust. It's like, okay, I have enough proof that that I'm being carried. Not sure where I'm going. I've always felt so sure. Not sure where I'm going. I've always felt so sure. That I'll be carried. Yes, a crossroads, unsure. There's something uncertain. Not sure where I'm going. I've always felt so sure, but I know that I'll be carried. For I've felt this way before. A light shines from my heart. Not sure where I'm going. I've always felt so sure, but I know that I'll be carried. For I felt this way before. Light shines from my heart. Though sometimes I fear it fades. I know I must surrender. If I'm to find my way. I feel like trust that life is unfolding as it should, exposed and vulnerable. I like that. I know as I start walking, a path will start to form form, F-O-R-M. I know as I start walking, a path will start to form. And I'll peel away these layers. As a new part of me is born. Okay, cool. I think we're getting somewhere. Thank you guys so much. It's really cool getting to have this in-time feedback. So it's interesting. It doesn't always have to come out like a poem. But a lot of times I'll do my stream of consciousness writing and just write whatever comes to my brain and then I underline what pops. But sometimes just looking at the image, things pop anyway, and you guys are super on a vibe. So I'll read to you what I have right now. And kind of one thing I always like to remember is like, if it's corny, you know, and that's okay, because ultimately that's fine, because we can always change it later. So I have not sure where I'm going. I've always felt so sure, but I know that I'll be carried, for I felt this way before. A light shines from my heart, though sometimes I fear it fades. I know I must surrender if I am to find my way. I know as I start walking, a path will start to form, and I'll peel away these layers. And I'll peel away these layers as a new part of me is born. So yeah, it's so interesting. Thank you, Lori. So it's actually very interesting because it's like I picked the right card because I wasn't sure. Like I was like, oh man, this is gonna be hard. But it is actually all about being exposed, and there is that vulnerability to it. So it's like the sensations of that vulnerability. So now that I have this, I'm gonna kind of feel into this thesis, and you guys offered me so many beautiful things. Exposed and vulnerable. And those feel like a verse, what I've created, because they don't really have like a catchy anything. It's more storytelling, but trust that life is unfolding as it should. Yeah. So I want to play with this idea. Crossroads, unsure, butterflies. Okay, beautiful. So I think before I get the chorus going, I want to get a little melody piling up here. So I'm working with my piano. I write on all different instruments. I find when I compose on different instruments, I do get a slightly different composition, just based on how the instrument feels. It kind of guides. But today I'm going to work with the piano. It's my oldest instrument. So, well, technically my voice is my first. But I'm going to feel into, okay, not sure where I'm going. So usually the way I find a melody is I just kind of start speaking and see if there's a natural melody that arises. Not sure where I'm going. I always felt so sure. Not sure where I'm going. Always felt so sure. Not sure, not sure where I'm going. Not sure where I'm going. Always felt so sure. It's a little low. Not sure where I'm going. And then based on the note that feels right, I do the chords that match it. Not sure where I'm going. I always felt so sure. Always felt so sure. Sure 2 times. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know. We'll see if I need to change it. I'm not sure where I'm going. Always felt so sure. But I know that I'll be carried. I know that I'll be carried. For I felt this way before. Felt this way before. Life for life for life. I wonder if that's the right one. We'll see. I like F. Not sure where I'm going. A minor. I've always felt so sure, but I know that, and then I'm gonna go back to the same, but I know that I'll be carried. A minor. For I felt this way before, not sure where I'm going. I've always been sure, I'm not sure where I'm going. I've always been so sure, but I know that I'll be carried. For I felt, I'm not sure where I'm going. I've always been so sure, but I know that I'll be carried. For I felt this way. Know that I'll be carried. I felt this way before. Know that I'll be carried. I felt this way before. That's nice. Before. Okay, cute. Okay, so I always like to write down the melody, but I could definitely listen to it back here. So C, C, B flat, A, B flat, A. Not sure where I'm going. I've always been so sure. B flat, but I know that I'll be carried, for I felt this way before. And then E. I think that's a song. There we go. Let's test this out. See how this unfurls. I'm not sure where I'm going. I've always been so sure. Always been so sure. I think I want 2 A's. I've always been so sure. There we go. I always circle my chords and then just write out the melody with single digits. I'm not sure where I'm going. I've always been so sure. But I know that, and then I'll put the accent on no, but I know that I'll be carried. Know that I'll be carried. For I felt this way before. Light. I don't want A, I want light. I want a D. That feels good. I feel I want a minor color. Light. And I want something that goes up. Light. There we go. So this is so incredible to see you write music. Thank you so much for that feedback. I'm like, is this like super scattered for you guys? But no, it's really fun. And I love, and absolutely, as I'm going through this, like if something pops out to you, a story or an experience, like I'd love to incorporate your experience as well. Maybe there's moments in your life that you felt unsure and what that looks like. And what it feels like to be maybe changing communities. I feel like it's so interesting. Like even with this, I've leapt into this space and not sure exactly what was going to happen. And I was like, wow, it'll be so nice. So if you guys feel called and you want a little bit of your fingerprint in this as far as story goes, you're absolutely welcome to share if you want to be woven into this, if you want to be mused. And I just want to say one final thing, not final, but as I work on this, my grand-mère's last name is Muse, and it's spelled M-U-I-S-E. It's an Acadian last name, but only until recently did I realize that Muse is the muse. And so, like, yeah, this lady said, she's like, the muses were always so creative. But when she said it and I didn't read it, my brain was like, of course the muses were creative. Their last name was Muse. So if you want to be part of adding, and even just your presence here, like you guys are seeing so much, which is so beautiful. Hi, Michaela and everyone. Is this Blossom? Hey, girl. Hey. Love this. I am new at writing songs. ChatGPT has been helping me. Yeah, you know, work with it in benevolence. Joyce. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Elmore. So this is where we are right now. And if you ever want to work with me, holding in the space, if you have any questions as we go through here, and I also do one-on-ones and things like that too. So feel free to just DM me and ask me specific questions, and then I can answer them. So it's I'm not sure where I'm going. I've always felt so sure, but I know that I'll be carried. I felt this way before, but I felt this way before. I felt this way before. A light. Okay, I felt this way before. I felt this way before. There's a light. Theirs. I want theirs. There's a light. There before. One thing about working with ChatGPT is it's interesting about being able to write your own stuff, because in that journey there's pathways that you may never have gone down. So it is interesting to be able to explore certain pathways. No shame to working with it. I definitely ask ChatGPT to help me with especially grant applications. But yeah, I find sometimes there's this thing that happens when you write something and access your own Akashic records. It's really interesting what can happen. Not sure where I'm going, but I've always felt so sure. And it reveals your subconscious. But I know that I'll be carried, for I felt this way before. For there's a light that shines. There's a light that shines. Great question, Blossom. I kind of do both. Sometimes a melody comes first. I have a student who really leans melody first and lyrics second. Usually I work like in cycles, so it'll be like a couple kind of ideas, and then they'll form into some lyrics. Those lyrics inform melody, and then that melody informs a chord progression. That chord progression then informs new lyrics, and then we go in a circle. Not sure where I'm going, but I've always felt so sure that I know that I'll be carried, for I felt this way before. And there's a light that shines, the light that shines from my light that shines from my heart. Yeah, I want to go back to the tonic. Light that shines from my heart. Do. Oh, cool, thank you. There's a light that shines from B flat, A, A. There's a light that shines from my heart. Though some hurt, though hurt, though sometimes hurt, though sometimes, there we go, though A, G, F, though sometimes D minor, though sometimes I fear, though sometimes I fear. Yeah, I like that. Though sometimes I fear, it might. There we go. Though sometimes I fear it, might fade. I wonder if the A would be cute. Though sometimes I fear it might fade, fear it might fade. I wonder if I want to go major or minor. So it's always just a question of do you want light or dark, you know, up or down. So before there's a light that shines from my heart, though sometimes I fear it might fade. More songwriting lives. Thank you. Amazing. Hi, Umbra. I'm curious. Okay, so this is where the discernment comes. I don't know if I want to go major or minor. A light shines from my heart, though sometimes I fear it might fade. I don't know if I love the A minor. Though sometimes I fear it might fade. That's an F major. I might like the F major better. It's light or dark. Though sometimes I fear it might fade. Though sometimes I fear it might. It's either F major or D minor, but I think I like the F. Feel free to pop in. I know there's some music wizards here. Though sometimes I fear it might fade. I think I like that drop. Might fade. I like dropping on the A to give it that minor color, the third, but then have an F major. I think that's stunning. Okay. Yeah. Not sure where I'm going. I've always not sure where I'm going. Maybe for the bridge, whatever that is. Like that. Mistakes. There's no wrong answers. A minor to A major. That's fun. Okay, we'll put that for later. Not sure where I'm going. I've always been so sure, but I know that I'll be carried, for I've felt this way before. There's a light that shines from my heart, though sometimes I fear it might fade. No wrong answer. Yes, queen. Fade. There's a light that shines from my heart, though sometimes I fear it might fade. And I think I'm going to do the same thing. Repetition, people love that. We love repetition. I always said when I was a babies, I used to say, babies always say again because they're trying to understand how the universe works. A light shines from my heart, though sometimes I fear it might fade. I know I must surrender if I am to find my way. I am. I think I'm gonna get the full M. Gotta get the meter. Light shines from my heart, though sometimes I fear it might fade. I know I must surrender if I am to find my way. Okay, team, I think now I feel a chorus coming. Okay, I feel the whisper of a chorus. I'm gonna sing this one more time because I feel like this build. And oh, thank you so much. Who said that? Hello, Lori. I had stepped away from ChatGPT for a few minutes. I love hearing this song. Yeah, Yeah, no, it's a total journey. Sometimes I do ask for tips. I write children's musicals, and sometimes I'm like, can you help me think of like a conflict? But I still try to resource myself for my own conflicts because I do know it's important. And now the way that I resource my conflicts is I look to the children and see what lessons they need to learn. So I had one kid, and his dad was very like very work, you know, wasn't always like based in the vibe of following your dreams and stuff like that. And so the kid, I was like, oh, I wanted to write him a character who overcame that, but he played the adult, so essentially made him play his father. My partner was like, damn, you really called out like all the parents in the last musical, and I'm like, whoops. So I'm gonna sing this one more time, and if any emotions, words, colors, feelings come up for you, feel free to say them, and then I'm going to see what happens to me. This is a beautiful place for you to practice resourcing your Akashic records. There'll be something that comes through. And it's so funny, sometimes in my songwriting sessions, I'll have this moment with a student where I'll hear a word in my head and they will literally say it out loud because we're just in that flow. So feel free if anything comes through. Because now we're tapped in. We're tapped in. Not sure where I'm going. I've always been so sure, but I know that I'll be carried, for I felt this way before. There's a light that shines from my heart, though sometimes I fear it might fade. I know that I wanted that. I know, just to get the syllables, you just gotta get the right amount of syllables. I know that I must surrender if I am to find my way. Okay. I hear like a descending. Do do do. Yeah, it's gonna be a surprising D minor. Way. Through the storm, through the stormy days. It's giving like Hercules. I can go the distance through. Find my way. And then here, through the storm, through THROUGH. Sometimes I need to say words out loud because I don't know how to spell them in my hands or my eyes. Through the stormy days. Might change it later. Cute, might delete later. Through the F, through E minor. No, I don't like E minor. Through the storm. I won't do. Okay. Through the storm. I'll do the bass line in the left hand, but not the right hand. Through the stormy days. Stormy days, A. Through the stormy days. Through the stormy. I don't know if I want to be major there. We'll see. Through the stormy days. Too minor. No, too dark. Through the. It's literally like painting, y'all. If y'all paint, like, it's like, oh, too dark, too light, too dark, too light. Fine, right in the middle. Through the stormy days. Ooh, B major. Ooh, 7? B flat major 7. Through the stormy days. Oh, I might love that. Huh. Okay, 1 second. Through the stormy days. Oh, maybe. Through the stormy days. No, not quite. Days. I know it's an A. Through the stormy. It's not a D, it's not an F. So right chord for this because I know the flavor is important. Through the stormy days. It's not an F. Through the stormy days. Violet's probably there being like, I know. Okay, I'm just gonna do some basic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could be a C. Through the stormy days. No. Through the stormy days. I kind of like the B flat major. It's just maybe not the one, but I'll put it in pencil. B flat major 7. Through the stormy days. Ooh, adds a bit of melancholy, which is lovely. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, it is feeling melancholy. We agreed on this, like melancholy. What's the saddest melon? No, wait. What did this is what it was. How is the sad cantaloupe feeling? Melancholy. That's what it was. Through the storm. Yeah. Okay, so we have through the stormy days. That might be the second one. Anyway, I'm not gonna get stuck on it. Through the stormy days. Through the stormy days. Yeah, we're just gonna go with it. We've decided we love it. If we hate it, we'll change it. Through the stormy days. And now we're gonna feel into what's left here. Feeling a little lost as to, doesn't have to rhyme. I was thinking rhyming with days, but we can do ABAB or AABB or ABCB. Like, it doesn't really matter, so we can change it. Through the stormy days. Fade. Laid. I think because the chorus is going to be like repeated a few times, I wonder if that's like a great way to start. Through the storm. And did I already do way? Because I kind of did way. Oh yeah. Okay. A light that shines from my heart. Though sometimes I fear it might fade. I know that I must surrender if I am to find my way through the stormy days. See, I want the chorus to be kind of positive. Like, I don't know if I want the chorus to be so sad, because we're doing it over and over and it's a mantra. I usually like leave so sad for my verses, but maybe not. Through the stormy days. Maybe I need to just accept it, you know? Sadness is a feeling that we're allowed to feel. My hardest thing with theater camps was to write conflict. Through the stormy days. Hi, Elmore. Through the stormy days. I will be an optimist. I know. And we can change it if it's corny. I know I'll be okay. Oh, my fire. I need to light my fire. I literally just thought ember, and then I remembered the fire. Yeah, this is good. Through the stormy days, I know I'll be okay. Something about an ember, and then like bringing it back to life. I feel it. I see the imagery. Through the stormy days, I know I'll be okay. Okay. Through the stormy days, I know I'll be okay. If I just breathe in slow. Ooh, okay. We have okay. We have flame, slow, and glow. We could have AABB or ABAB. Through the storm. It's a puzzle. This is real puzzly. You want to take as much information and put it into the least amount of words as possible. This is very fun. Thank you for the bouquet and the sunset. Through the, you guys are gonna hear this like one lick so many times. Through the stormy days, I know I'll be okay. Yeah, that's gotta be because okay on the F. We're gonna land. No, I'll be okay if I just breathe. If I just breathe. No, I'll be okay if I just breathe. I don't like the E. If I just breathe. No, I'll be okay if I just breathe. Maybe A? Minor? 7? Through the stormy days, I know I'll be. I don't like D. B. Not a G. Maybe there's gonna be a lot of 7s in this. Through the stormy days, I know I'll be. Oh, I like C. C major. No, I'll be okay. Oh yeah, we're walking up the mountain. Through the stormy days, I know I'll be okay if I just breathe. Yeah, we're going for a walk. Walking up, walking down. Through the stormy days, I know I'll be okay if I just breathe. Breathe in slow. Breathe in slow. Back up to that D minor. It's giving Dorian. And we're whipping off a layer. Wait. What was the light that shines? My heart starts to glow. Maybe. Yes. Yeah, that might be it. Through the stormy days, I know I'll be okay. Through the stormy days, I know I'll be okay if I just breathe. 2, 3, in slow. My heart. It's low for me. I might have to transpose it. My heart will glow. Glow. Will glow. It's either F or D, but I think through the stormy days, I know I'll be okay if I just breathe in slow. that actually melody is a reference, I think, to a choir song that I wrote, but I'll still take it. Breathe in slow, my heart, my heart will grow, will glow. I think I'm gonna do a D minor. Will glow. Okay, I like that. Kind of a little doodle. Glow. Okay, cute. Glow. Glow, glow, glow. Okay, let's try that again. Glow, 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 2, 3. Oh, 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 oh. Glow, I like that. No, not E minor. There we go. I think we're finding something. My heart will glow. Again. Glow. 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 Okay, Chantel, Mabel. Breathe until I see the lights glow. Beautiful. Love that. Okay. Till I see the lights go. Let's see. Through the stormy days, I know I'll be okay if I just breathe in slow till I see. Oh, that is cleaner, because then we have breathe and see. Yes. It's cleaner. It's tighter. Till I see the light glow. Till I see the light. Much better. Yeah, the heart was cute, but I think I like the light. All right. Thank you. Okay, let's see what we have. We have one verse and one chorus, and let's see what we have. Not sure where I'm going. Are you a writer, Chantal? Because that's nice. Not sure where I'm going. I've always been so sure but I know that I'll be carried, for I felt this way before. And there's a light that shines from my heart, though sometimes I fear it might fade. I know that I must surrender if I am to find my way. Really? Oh, well, thank you so much, Blossom. I appreciate that feedback. My way through the stormy days, I know I'll be okay if I just breathe in slow. The light will glow, glow. Breathe in slow, my heart. Sorry, slow. The light will glow, glow. Okay. Through the stormy days, I know I'll be okay if I just breathe in slow. The light will glow. I don't like breathe in slow, slow, slow. The light will glow. I'm just gonna do a C so it's easier to jump. The light will glow. Through the stormy days, I know I'll be okay if I just breathe in slow. Breathe in slow, my heart will glow. Yep, that's cute. My heart will glow. It's very like Celtic. There's my popcorn. Okay, so we have a vibe. So now when we have a verse and we have a chorus, and the chorus is nice and positive, which I love. And then the verse is a little dark, but that's okay. We're nailing the chorus here. So verse-wise, y'all don't have to, but if you feel inspired, if there's any kind of, so the premise so far, what we have, is this feeling of uncertainty and learning to trust in love and life, again. And we can draw, like, if there's any kind of experience specifically that comes up or wisdom that you have, like, in a way that, like, what do you do to cope with how do you trust? Like, how do you trust? How do you trust? How do you leap? My biggest challenge has been the surrender, you know? If we're talking like magic, there's red line, white line, black line. So the black line would be the fear, acknowledging the fear, looking at the fear, and alchemizing the fear. The white would be the willpower, and the red would be the surrender. Like, I mean, there's a lot more to those than anything, but like the surrender aspect, I find, or the neutral, right? This whole space, I think, is very red line. It's all about that. Like, I mean, there's other things, but that surrender of really not, like, trusting, surrendering, all those things. I feel like this is what this is really all about. And so if there's XOXO, Elamore, beautiful voice, thank you, Violet. Yeah, if anything comes up, I'm going to play the first verse again, and see what comes up, and then I'm going to just play the melody for the first verse. Not sure where I'm going. Always felt so sure. Always been so sure. Not sure where I'm going. Always been so sure. But I know that I'll be carried. But I felt this way before. A light shines from my heart. Though sometimes I fear it might fade. I know that I must surrender if I'm to find my way through the stormy days. I know I'll be okay if I just breathe in slow. The light will glow. Hi JC, thank you, beautiful vibes here. It is! Oh, full moon, I didn't even realize. Alright, I'm gonna play, maybe that's why this is all coming out the way that it is. I think if we're leaning into melancholy, maybe it's this idea that, like, being hurt before, like, calling back in on that, you know, because we're starting with, like, not sure where I'm going. I've always felt so sure. So maybe, like, yeah, maybe just that exact thing. Like, not... Wonder... Like, something about being hurt before, which is why there's that tepidness around. Maybe I'm tired of old stories. Maybe something like that. I'm tired. This will be a verse here. I'm tired of old stories. There we go. Clinging to the past. Okay, I'm tired of old stories. I'm clinging to the past. Surrender, open my heart, feeling free. Yeah, I love that feeling. Yeah, that's giving big chorus. Might be bridge. Surrender. Surrender's a good word. I am going to write that down. Surrender. S-U-R-R. Surrender. Open my heart. Open my heart. The prayer of the masculine. Kavale pu'uvai. I'm tired of old stories. Clinging to the past. Tired of old stories, clinging to the past. Worries? I'm tired of old stories, clinging to the past. I'm tired of old stories, clinging to the past. Grief put me to rock bottom. Tell me about it. Chantel, until I surrendered to trust. But how did you do that? Like, how did you actually surrender to trust? Like, was it just so painful that you just were like, okay, there's no other option? Like, how? You know? Like, literally, it's like, I'm like, what? Because, like, I think that's, I don't want that to be the reason why I finally allowed myself to trust, but sometimes, white knuckling, eh? I'm tired of old stories, clinging to the past. Worries. I know last It doesn't have to rhyme. It can be A, B, C, B. I'm tired of old stories, clinging to the past. Yes, exactly. I recreated a new life. Gardening in a new home and meditating helped. Okay, okay. I gotta get back in my body. Yeah, gardening gets you in your body. I'm tired of old stories and clinging to the past. Gotta get back in my body. D. And stop moving. I don't like moving way too fast. Okay, that's cool. Love that. Thank you. Thank you for that code. Gotta get back in my body and moving way too fast. So thank you for that code right there, Chantel. Let go of the past. Yeah, I do love that, but I don't want to rhyme past with past, but I do hear you. Letting go of the past is helpful. Disassociated until I grounded with nature. Nature, good, good, good. I'm tired of old stories and clinging to the past. I gotta get back in my body. Stop and stop moving way too fast. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. I'm tired of old stories, but no bad ideas. You guys are rocking it. I'm tired of old stories and clinging to the past. Gotta get back in my body and stop moving way too fast. Way too fast. Running from the past, moving way too fast. Yeah. Yeah. Grounding. I like that. Grounding with nature. Yeah, okay. Okay. I'm tired of old stories, clinging to the past. Gotta get back in my body. Stop moving way too fast. Something about knowing the feeling won't last. Ooh. Like that. Mende, cool name. Monday. But we all have our own way of processing. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Last. I'm gonna put last somewhere in there. That's a good one. I'm tired of old stories. I tend to process with music. Clinging to the past. I gotta get back in my body. Stop moving way too fast. Way too fast. Way too fast. Stop moving way too fast. Gotta put my feet, put my feet back on the earth. Yeah, let's ground. Gotta put my feet back on the earth. Gotta put my... I couldn't resist. Gotta put my feet back on the earth. Gotta put my feet back on the earth. Feel, yes, queen, feel my heart beat in time with her. Okay, Gotta put my feet back on the earth. And then feel my... Oh? Gotta put my feet back on the earth. Feel my... Gotta put my feet back on the earth. Feel my heart. Feel my heart. Feel my heart. Feel my... No, I think I want to do that twice, even though the first verse I did it only once. Gotta put my feet back on the earth. Feel my heartbeat in my heartbeat. Gotta get that meter. It's all about that meter. Gotta put my feet back on the earth. Gotta put my feet back on the earth. Feel my heartbeat. Feel my heartbeat in time with her. Ah, there we go. Feel my heartbeat. Take deep breaths. Take a deep breath and breathe again. Ooh, oh, I like that. That's cute. I'm tired of old stories and clinging to the past. Gotta get back in my body. Stop moving way too fast. Gotta put my feet back on the earth. 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 So when I breathe, it doesn't hurt. I wonder, so when I breathe, I breathe, it doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt? I don't know if that's cute. We'll see. I'm feeling take a deep breath and breathe again feels real chorus to me. Or bridge. It's got a punch. Yes. And I'm not sure where I'm tired of old stories, clinging to the past. Gotta get back in my body. Stop moving way too fast. Gotta put my feet. I just want to see the other. Standing back on the earth. My heat beats it. Oh, my heart beats it last. Oh, okay, fun. We could get that last there, in there. Bye, Blossom. Bye, Blossom. I'm going to sing the first verse again to get that melody. Not sure where I'm going. I've always felt so sure, but I know that I'll be carried. I felt this way before. A light shines from my heart. Though sometimes I feel it might fade. Oh, I see. I know that I must surrender if I am to find my way. I'm tired of old stories, clinging to the past. Gotta get back in my body. Stop moving way too fast. Gotta put my feet back on the earth. Okay. Light shines. Gotta put my feet on the earth. What do we have here? Gotta put my feet on the earth. Gotta put my feet back. Gotta put my feet back on the earth. it doesn't hurt. Mm-hmm. 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 Maybe I'm feeling birth. Mm-hmm. Tired of old stories, I'm clinging to the past. Gotta get back in my body, stop moving way too fast. Gotta put my feet on the earth, feel hurt. So when I breathe, it doesn't hurt. Feel. Mm-hmm. Husband has his guitar out writing with you. Love that! Collab! I can't wait to hear what you write. I'm tired of old stories, clinging to the past. Gotta get back in my body, stop moving way too fast. I gotta put my... I don't know if I want that fast. Yeah. I'm gonna sing the first verse again. Not sure that where I'm going, but I always felt so sure. Not sure, I've always been so sure. There's a light that shines from my heart, though sometimes I fear it might fade. I know that I must surrender if I am to find my way. Gotta put my feet back on the earth, so when I breathe, it doesn't hurt. Gives me strength to breathe. Gotta put, that's nice. Gotta put my feet back on the earth, feel my heart hurt. So when I breathe, so when I breathe, it doesn't hurt. Gotta let go. Okay. Time to release this burden from my chest. My chest. So my mind. Lori, I like that. Gives me strength to hurt. Gives me strength to hurt. Oh, interesting. Interesting choice. That's a choice. Feel my heart. Gotta put my feet back on the earth, so I can give myself. So I can to give me. So I can feel. Gotta put my feet back on the earth, so I can feel this. So I am strong enough to feel my... Yeah, so I am strong enough to feel my hurt. Okay, I think this is good. Okay, let's do this. Gotta put my feet back on the earth. Like that. I like that. So I am strong enough. So good, Lori. Got to put my feet back on the earth, so I am strong enough to feel what hurts. Ouch. Damn, girl. Unexpected, powerful. Are you, like, Are you a writer? Like, I'm so curious to see your work too, because this is impeccable. Gotta put my feet back on the earth, so I am strong enough to feel what hurts. Feel my heart beat in time with her. Feel what hurts. Time to release this burden from my chest. And then I want it to be rest, I think. Time to release this burden from my chest. Something rest. Hi, John. Thanks for joining the songwriting. We're having a good party. Gotta put my feet back on the earth, so I am strong enough to feel what. Okay. And now I gotta write these chords. They're all over the place. Gotta put my feet, D minor, C, back on the F, earth, so I am strong enough, C, to feel what hurts, and then same, time, need to release, gotta put my feet back on the earth, so I am strong enough to feel what hurts. I am strong enough, so I am strong enough to feel what hurts. Stand the hurt. Ooh, stand the hurt. Okay, let's see how this feels. Gotta put my feet back on the earth, so I am strong enough to stand the hurt. To stand the hurt. To stand the hurt. It's so much cleaner. Oh, you guys are so good. Epic. Oh my god, I literally feel weepy. I put my feet back on the earth, so I am strong enough to stand the hurt. What? Okay, and then strong enough to stand the hurt. Wanna lift this burden from my chest. I want chest and breast, but it might not be right. It might be something different. We might be going down in a different angle. I'm tired of old stories, clinging to the past. Gotta get back in my body, stop moving way too fast. Way too fast. Gotta put my feet back on the earth, so I am strong enough to stand there. So I am strong enough to stand the hurt. Maybe that says it all. It might, but the last verse did have a full two things, and so I may want to keep that pattern just because we love repetition. But it's powerful. To put my feet back on the earth, so I am strong enough to stand the hurt. No apologies. No apologies necessary. I mean, we can break any pattern. But you don't have the paper here to show you the pattern, so you're doing this all by brain here. So impeccable. Gotta put my feet back on the earth, so I am strong enough to stand the hurt. Maybe like she can carry, maybe like, she's carried my burden before or something like that. She can hold like the hurt. I'll let her waves will carry them out to the sea. Maybe we'll see. Free! Oh yeah, the free! You guys have the free thing! Her waves. Sorry, I'm yelling. Sorry if I yell. Her waves can carry. Her waves carry my pain back to the sea. Gotta put my feet back on the earth so I am strong enough to stand the hurt. Her waves, her waves, her waves, her waves carry my pain, waves carry my pain back to the sea. The weight on my chest needs to ease. I do like ease. I like that. The weight on my chest needs to ease. I think it's a little wordy, but it's good. It's good. It's good, but we need to, but very good. You are very abundant in ideas. Very, very nice. Gotta put my feet back on the earth so I am strong enough to stand the hurt. Love that. Whoever said stand the hurt. Next level. This whole thing I'm loving. Her waves carry my pain back to the sea. We might bring it back to the breathe. What about having faith to endure? Faith to endure. That would rhyme with a sure. A sure, hurt, endure. We can put that in the bridge. Endure. This might be bridge territory. Gotta put my feet back on the earth so I am strong enough to stand the hurt. Her waves carry my pain back to the sea. What about having it? Yeah. Waves carry my pain back to the sea. Release. It could be release. Release. It's like ease, but a little bit different. Waves carry my pain back to the sea. Waves carry my pain back to the sea. Let go and release. Not sure. Burden starts to ease. That could be fun. Let's see how that sounds. Gotta put my feet back on the earth so I am strong enough to stand the hurt. Her waves carry my pain back to the sea. To the sea. So the burden starts to ease. That might be it. So the burden starts to ease. I'll put that. There is also maybe free. There is also maybe be. There's also maybe me. Question mark. There's a couple options there, but that's nice. To ease. And then that should take me back to the chorus. Ease. Ease. Begins to ease, starts to ease. We'll see the syllable count. Where are we? Where's my syllable? Oh. Gotta put my feet back on the earth so I am strong enough to stand the hurt. Her waves carry my pain back to the sea. So the burden begins to ease. I think it might be begins because I think the amount of syllables does want to be a little bit more. So now I need to put numbers on what the heck I'm doing because we're all over the place and I'm going to do that in a different color because, girl. Okay, that's 1. Where's my 2? 1, 2, let's go 3, and then 4. This is all over the place. Okay, so I do want to show you guys, because my battery, even though I'm plugged in, for some reason it's saying I'm low battery, which is rude. But this is kind of what my writing looks like. So as you can see, I have my lyrics, and then these tiny things are my notes that I sing, and then these are my chords. So that's kind of the vibe. Until the burden eases or release. Something release. Yeah, there's stuff there. Where are we at? Release? Where did you go? Ease. I'm going to put release as well. So I'm going to sing what we have. We did not get to the bridge, but we have some great ideas for the bridge. And we're almost at the 2-hour mark here, guys. So I'm going to sing what we have. This is so beautiful. And I'm going to see if I can like wiggle out a bridge. If my phone ends up kicking me out. Let's see. But I'm gonna sing what we have so far. Yeah, it definitely has to be an ease sound because C and ease. So it's C, ease, release, be free. Playing around with those. But we'll do the one that you initially suggested and then we'll go from there. All right. You guys are on fire. Not sure where I'm going. I've always been so sure. But I know that I'll be carried. I've felt this way before. There's a light that shines from my heart. Though sometimes I fear it might fade. I know that I must surrender if I am to find my way through the stormy days. I know I'll be okay if I just breathe in slow. The light will glow. Oh, I'm tired of old stories, clinging to the past. Gotta get back in my body, stop moving way too fast. I'm gotta put my feet back on the earth, so I am strong enough to stand the hurt. Your waves carry my pain back to the sea, so the burden begins to ease. Through the stormy days, I know I'll be okay if I just breathe in slow. The light will glow. I love this. I think the ease is great. The burden begins to ease. I think I love that. I may want to change later, but I think it's gold because ending on ease starts to ease through the stormy days. Like that would be what you would want, right? So it kind of makes sense. Thank you so much, Lorianne, for your donation. I really appreciate that. All the donations go towards me doing more recording and goes towards my music and all the sound quality and stuff like that. So thank you so much. Yeah, wild. Okay, we really went on a trip. There might be a little bit of time before my, I just want to make sure how much juice I have here. Yeah, I got some juice. Okay, so let's see what we have for bridge. We had some real juicy ideas. You guys, this is epic. You guys are next level. Okay, so let's write on with number, this is 3, 4, 5, and we're gonna do number 6, and I'm gonna type this out. I do like writing with pen and paper, but it is much easier to edit on a computer. Hello, Kim. Love this. This is my first time here. Well, thank you so much for joining, Kim. And thank you so much for all your feedback. Everybody, like, literally so clutch. Okay, so our chorus is this is my first time doing the live streaming songwriting, so thank you for making it extra special. The chorus is the thing that we repeat over and over and over again. It's the thesis, if you would be so inclined to view it that way. And then the verses are the same, but new ideas each verse, but same flavor. So as we noticed, our first verse was kind of like trying something new, learning to trust. Second verse was like also shedding this old part of you. So there was something that you said, somebody said it, and it was really banging, and it was super good. It was like only 4 sentences or 2 sentences, and I don't know where it went, but it was really good, and it was really clean. I was scrolling. Where'd you go? Gives me strength. Okay, you guys are so beautifully standing back. It was something about breathing. It was really good. Oh, take a deep breath and breathe again. Love that. That's giving bridge. Bridge. Who said that? Kim. It was you. First time pro. Here we go. Take a deep... Oh, we scrolling. It was you. Okay, what did I call it? Bridge. Here we go. B-R-I-D-G-E. I'm telling you, I have to... Weird things. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. I just like and breathe again. Are you a writer? Do you write? Like, is this a thing? Cause this is nice. It's just very straightforward. What hurts? Okay, let me do the chorus. Through the store. You're not right. Well, looks like you're well on your way, because that is clutch. I would say, like, the most amount of feeling in the least amount of words is like, it's avocado sushi. Less is more. We are empowered to be seen no matter where we've been. Interesting. I like that. That's an anthem. That's like an anthem, girl. I think you might have this. I call this a babushka song. So the little babushkas, they go so the babushka is the little person inside, and they keep getting smaller. This might be a babushka song where this little nugget that's come from this exploration is actually a whole song, because this literally actually what you've written there, Lorianne, sounds like an anthem. Like, it sounds like an anthem. That's a chorus. Like, that's a chorus, that's an anthem. I would definitely write that down if I were you. Because that's really nice. Yeah, it's giving like super powerful. Take a deep breath and breathe again. Okay, so let's see what we've got here in this sliver of time. Through the stormy days, and I'll be okay if I just breathe and slow. My heart, the light will glow. Glow. But maybe. Ooh. No. If you let me use this anthem, it may work in the bridge. Glow. Okay. Glow. No, this might. Sorry. Okay. Glow. And then. Okay. Glow. I let. Glow. The glow. And then. It's yours to say. Oh, girl. I was like, you're sure? That's gold nugget. You were generous. Starts to glow. I think it's I will be seen. The bridge, it's a different energy. I will be seen. I will be seen. To glow. Glow. I will be seen. I will be seen. play with. Glow. Seen. Okay, no matter. It's where I've been. Okay. Shakespeare said the least amount of words are the most powerful. July guides offered it to you to be shared. July guides. Oh, is that the whole thing? July guides. Is your sister? My guides. Aww. Thank you. I was like, ooh, July. I wish it were July. No, I like this season too. Well, thank you, Lori. Lorianne. I had a dance teacher who was named Lorianne. Okay. Starts to glow. I kind of want... You know, there's that thingy, you know, I see the moon and the moon sees me. There's like this really powerful something about... Something my teacher says a lot is like... You know, letting the earth move you in equal measure. Okay, I will write your whole thing because it's a real channel. Okay, so we are empowered to be seen no matter where we've been. I'm just wondering, because I'm going from I, the we is powerful, but I don't know if I'm ready to change pronouns here, but I like it. Starts to glow. I will be seen. Glow. Hi, Elmore. I will be seen. It's so high for me. Thank you, Kim. I will be seen. I will be seen. Ooh. I think this is good. I am empowered, I am seen. Ooh, okay, here we go. I am, yes, you're back. I am empowered, I am seen. I am empowered, I am seen. B flat minor, modal borrowing. I am empowered, I am seen, no matter where I've been. I like that. No matter where I've been. I'm empowered. Instead of am, I think it's just I'm. I'm empowered, I am seen, no matter. I'm empowered, I am seen, no matter where I've been. I'm empowered, I am seen, no matter where I've been. I am empowered, I am seen, no matter where I've been. I know I can breathe in deep with me. And girl, we got you back here, Kim. And then breathe with me again. I'm empowered. Okay, I gotta write this fast. I'm empowered. I am seen. No. I'm empowered. I am seen. No. Oh, 10%. I'm plugged in, but it's dying. No matter where I've been. Okay. I'm empowered, I am seen, no matter where I've been, no matter where I've been, no matter where I've been. I know I breathe in, I know I can breathe in deep. Okay, wait, no. I'm empowered, I am seen. 10 million% over 10, thanks, girl. I'm empowered, I am seen, no matter where I've been. Breathing deep with me, then breathe with me again. Breathe with me again. Okay. Awesome experience. Thank you, Michaela. Lorian, thank you so much. I think I'm going to do this whole thing one last time, and then I'm going to try and just like practice it for tomorrow, and we'll do the whole thing, but let's see if I can get through before it dies. Okay, you guys rock. I love this. I'm so glad. I think I was able to use most of your suggestions, which I'm like, you guys are in it. I'm gonna dedicate this one to, I wrote down insight timer on it, so insight. Because I want to be like, y'all rock. Okay. Not sure where I'm going, but and we weren't sure where the song was going. Not sure where, oh, I wonder if I could do we. Anyway, I'm just gonna do we, question mark? Maybe it will be all we. I can, not sure where we're going. Always been so sure, but I know that I'll be carried, for I felt this way before. There's a light that shines from my heart, though sometimes I fear it might fade, and I know that I must surrender if I am to find my way through the stormy days. I know I'll be okay if I just breathe in slow. The light will glow. I'm tired of old stories, clinging to the past. Gotta get back in my body. Stop moving way too fast. Stop moving way too fast. Gotta put my feet back on the earth, so I am strong enough to stand the hurt. Her waves, they carry my pain back to the sea, so the burden begins to ease. Begins to ease. Where's my chorus? Through the stormy days, I know I'll be okay if I just breathe in slow. The light will glow. And now for the epic bridge, everybody you rock, and then glow. I'm empowered to be seen. I'm empowered to be seen, no matter where I've been. So breathe in deep with me, then breathe in deep with me, and then breathe with me again. We're empowered, we are seen, no matter where we've been. Breathe in deep with me, then breathe with me again. Empowered, I am seen, no matter where I've been. Breathe in deep with me, then breathe with me again. Beautiful. You guys are epic. I'm going to write this down on nice paper so that I can read, because my handwriting is crazy. Wow. You are absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Lorian. So are you. I will see y'all next time. And this is the thing. And this is the song. And you guys are pure magic.